We talked about the importance of the podcast. Like, it really develops your skill to the next level to be forced to know stuff right because you got to say it in public and look at the
Yeah.
level of sophistication you have and what your practice is. It makes you one of the best, really. So, like, people, if you want to get out there, write a lot, go teach, do podcasts. It really builds up your expertise in what you do. When I had to teach at law school, when I was at Loyola and Pepperdine, like, I had to force me to learn all these areas of immigration law, which I'd never practiced. But I'm like, they're going to ask me. So I had to sit and study it, say it
Right.
out loud, to ask questions, and I got to think about it, read the statute. It really forces you to push yourself, not just do the same cover letter over and over again.
It's 100% on the substance. And then there's another thing though that I always tell people, and yours is a bit different because you've outsourced your editing, but you didn't used to. But or you just go live sometimes. But like me, I'm spending hours each week editing these cases because I can't. I'm not gonna not, and it's substantive, and I
You got to
don't
be careful
trust
what
anyone
you
else yet. And there is nothing like editing your own voice to make you into a better public speaker. Because every time I say an or a
Yeah.
the or a filler word, or if I misspeak, that's another 15, 20, 30 seconds of editing, minute of editing. I mean, it could be a whole episode, like a whole other hour to speak clearly. There's nothing like doing 10 podcast episodes to make you take out all the filler words and to make you a bit of a better public speaker.
Yeah, editing my podcast got rid of my ums. I was every other word saying and then editing that out took so much time. Where I'm like, I just gotta pay attention. I can't be doing this.
Right.
Crazy.
Right. It
Now,
can go crazy.
listening to our interview, I get excited and I talk fast, and then I realize I don't finish a sentence or like some words you just don't hear them in there. And I always have to be conscious of that to speak slower and make sure I say every word rather than just like running through it. That's something that's like I lose track of when I get too excited talking about whatever I'm talking about.
You're definitely a fast speaker. I definitely also realized that during my edit of our episode, but I still think that it was very good
Appreciate it.
and understandable.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, public speaking is such an important skill to have. I'm like, I should practice it much more. But I love it.
I'm looking at my outline before we go. You say, you complimented me on knowing the cases, and I appreciate that, but it really is all because of the podcast. Would you like to know how many pages, as of this moment, my podcast outline is of all the cases that I've done since May 2020?
It's like a couple hundred pages.
It is 1,427 pages,
Wow.
and it is over 611,000 words.
You control it. Does the computer take a while to kind of process it?
It's getting a bit slow, yeah, the control, but I still use Control F all the time. I mean, it's my secret weapon, my podcast outline, but I've got my every case bulleted. That is a public website on the Kurzban website where every decision, you want to find a Guatemalan asylum case, you want to find a certain Minnesota statute, control findability. You can find all the cases on the Kurzban website, but the actual summaries, that's my own personal thing at this time.
There's the gentleman who I think at DC who has some sort of digest he does.
Ben Winograd.
Yeah. So
He's a very smart guy. I talk about him a lot on the podcast because he gets so many wins for non-citizens in the fourth.
I try to have him on the podcast. He's a very private person, no response, but I like to have these people. I mean, you can market his goods there too, but
try him again. Ben's a very nice guy. He's a brilliant guy. He speaks at the conferences, so I don't, he'll do it.
The newsletter, even though I don't need it because of my practice type, just to kind of get my way in. So maybe he listens to this and be like, oh, maybe I should respond to John and come on the
show. Ben's great. You should. He'd be great. But right now Ben's been doing the unpublished BIA decisions for longer than I've been an immigration attorney, I think, and that is an exceptionally helpful digest as well. So similar thing.